What's up, Crypto Crew, and welcome back. Or if this is your first time, I'm Captain Crypto Mite, actively escaping the Matrix, scoping out the crypto ocean. So if you like your odds, get on the boat, stay up to date, thumbs up, and join the hunt.
Into the boat!
Crypto Crew, today we're in October of 2025, historically a bullish month for crypto, better known around these waters as Uptober. Now there are some Bitcoin maxis spreading the Bitcoin gospel as we might approach the next phase of the bull run, and we'll react to some of these usual suspects in today's vid. Stay tuned, Crypto Crew.
Guess you guys aren't ready for that yet.
Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Kaspa is a digital asset, and like all investments, you must protect them, Crypto Crew. Self-custody is key, and in our opinion, the Tangent wallet is your best option. Get 10% off using code Crypto Crew. Thanks so much for your consideration and support in advance, and may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you all.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Crypto Crow, mankind is a species of pattern, monkey see, monkey do, and right now we're seeing patterns repeat in crypto. How Bitcoiners may come at Kaspa today in the same way no coiners first came at Bitcoin. In today's vid, we'll see the points Bitcoin maxis make, which apply to Bitcoin as well when the tables are turned around. First up, Bitcoin maxi Jack Mallers, who debated Peter Schiff explaining Bitcoin on a fundamental level.
The problem is that gold can't achieve transaction finality without the help of a government or a central party. When gold was operating in a local economy and you can exchange the physical coins with your direct counterpart for your butcher, your local tailor, your grocer, whoever you were exchanging with, gold was great. When the world needed to scale an economy and the velocity of money larger than your local economy, gold failed us. Gold failed us because gold is just a bare physical metal. It does not carry a monetary network. What's the gold network? The gold network are human beings. And when you're trying to transact in an economy of billions of people globally, you are reliant on central parties, banks, governments. And it was for that reason that gold failed. And it failed in a way that you can't operate a truly free market when the concentrated supply is with those that you have to trust. And so that's fundamentally what Bitcoin solved, is that you are able to create a scarce bearer instrument and a network that can achieve finality in transactional settlement without the reliance on any government or central party. So that, I think, is extremely, that's really the core issue of why gold's been demonetized since.
Well, Jack is right. Gold was usable in a local market in times past and is now ineffective in this modern world where everything is faster, near instant. But that's a problem Bitcoin hasn't solved either. Yes, Bitcoin is a network which connects people all across the world, allowing to transact, yet Bitcoin cannot scale and is unable to be used as a digital form of money or digital peer-to-peer cash unless it uses a quote-unquote layer 2 solution like a Lightning Network, which completely takes away BTC's decentralization, effectively turning it into another fiat system just named Bitcoin.
If you suppose that every person in the world were using Bitcoin and they were using the Lightning Network, that would be 8 billion people. Let's say they do 2 transactions per year to open a channel and close it. And that's their only interaction with the Bitcoin L1. Well, that's 16 billion transactions on the L1 per year. But Bitcoin itself only does about 157 million transactions per year. So it just actually doesn't have the capacity to handle that. You would need blocks that are 100 times bigger. And that's assuming that all of the L1 was used only for managing Lightning. If it's more like 50% for managing Lightning and 50% for actual L1 transactions, then you're going to need 200 times bigger blocks. Lightning is always going to be fundamentally limited by the throughput of the L1. And you might say that's not a huge deal. Bitcoin transaction fees right now are like $5. So I can open a channel, do my transacting. Then when I need to add capacity or close the channel for any reason, I just spend another $5 equivalent of Bitcoin. That's fine. It's okay to do that a few times a year. But every hyper Bitcoinization scenario projects that the L1 fees will be hundreds of dollars or even thousands of dollars on the L1, right? If it's $1,000 to open a channel and $1,000 to close it, and you want to do that even just once per year, that's $2,000 per year just to manage this L2 stuff. So it doesn't make sense unless the amount that you're moving onto the L2 is at least a couple $100,000.
I think on the points of Bitcoin like needing more history and it's young. I mean, I think that sounds like a personal problem for you, Peter. Like that, I think you need more evidence, and that's you being slow to recognize reality, right? Like if you were to need the internet to prove that email is better than traditional mail, you would just be late to adopting better technology. That doesn't sound like, that's not a point or a criticism against the properties that Bitcoin has. That's your own personal bias of how much proof that you need to adopt something that might be superior.
Jack Mallers makes the case for Bitcoin over gold, better tech, lighter, faster, more suited for a worldwide network, and Bitcoiners are right about that. But here is the mirror. The same way Bitcoin out-innovated gold, Kaspa out-innovates Bitcoin. Any Caspian can tell you the tech is leaner, faster, and built for scale without giving up decentralization and security. So I ask Jack, as a die-hard Bitcoiner who already uses networks you don't even like Tron, just to push stablecoins to further your businesses worldwide, why wouldn't you look at Kaspa? Because here's a network that is as pure and decentralized as Bitcoin, but faster than Ethereum, faster than Tron, which are the main protagonists in the stablecoin market, and actually ready to carry the weight of settlement all across the world. I mean, that was and still is the vision, right? Bitcoin cracked open the door, Kaspa walks the rest of the way through, carrying the torch Satoshi Nakamoto had fire started with Bitcoin.
It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
Next example is from the Lex Fridman podcast featuring Telegram founder Pavel Durov, who started investing in Bitcoin in the early 2010s and was ridiculed along the way.
I was a big believer in Bitcoins since more or less the start of it. I got to buy my first few thousand of Bitcoin in 2013, and I didn't care much. I think I bought at the local maximum. It's something like $700 per Bitcoin. And I just threw a couple of millions there. And a lot of people after Bitcoin later next year went down, somewhere close to 300, 200, started to express their sympathy to me. They say, oh, you poor fellow, you made this horrible mistake investing in this new thing, but don't feel bad about it. We still have some respect for you. And my response to them was, I don't care. I'm not going to sell it. I believe in this thing. I think this is the way money should work. Nobody can confiscate your Bitcoin from you. Nobody can censor you for political reasons. This is the ultimate means of exchange.
Again, Crypto Crew, this draws similarities with how Bitcoiners today ridicule any crypto project not named Bitcoin, even Kaspa, which is fundamentally similar, yet technically superior to BTC. And fundamentally speaking, Bitcoin does not have the qualities needed to be a solid medium of exchange, much less be called the ultimate medium of exchange.
And again, I'm now talking about Bitcoin, but it relates to cryptocurrencies in general. So I have been able to fund my lifestyle, so to say, from my Bitcoin investment. Bitcoin is something that allowed me to stay afloat. And I believe it will come to a point when Bitcoin is worth $1 million. Just look at the trends. The governments keep printing money like no tomorrow. Nobody's printing Bitcoin. There is a predictable inflation and then it stops. It's a certain point. Bitcoin is here to stay. All the fiat currencies remains to be seen.
Bitcoin has been here for over 15 years, but what about its future? Bitcoin must deal with the security budget, which kicks in 2 halvings from now, before the world may even witness a $1 million Bitcoin. A concerned Bitcoin maxi and Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey has raised on multiple occasions.
If this ends up just being digital gold, I think it's failed. I don't think it has a life. If it ends up being a currency that people can use on a daily basis, then it's succeeded. You have to go back to the white paper. This is P2P electronic cash. We have not realized that yet. I'm not in it to create digital gold and watch the number go up. Like, I want to be able to use it. I want everyone in the world to not have to ask for permission to move money and to have to ask their bank whether they can deposit something or withdraw. If we don't achieve that, to me, it's a failed project and we should move on to something else. I think if it doesn't transition to payments and find that everyday use case, it gets increasingly irrelevant. And that's failure to me.
Now, the same about the security budget can be said for Kaspa, but since Kaspa's emission schedule is shorter, the solutions for Kaspa are being built as we speak. And now with smart contracts launched via Kasplex, with Igra Labs looking to launch their smart contracts by the end of 2025, and Sparkle looming somewhere in 2026 as well, the Kaspa ecosystem is being developed in order to continue to incentivize miners, which keep proof-of-work networks like Kaspa and Bitcoin secure and decentralized.
No dough, no show.
Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and let's push this out to our Bitcoin friends, even the Bitcoin maxis. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good.
Stick around.
Fix your mind before you get to the grind. And with that said, let's continue to escape the matrix. Let's continue to be on the lookout for the next big thing here on the crypto ocean. Grow in grace, and let's make some crypto waves. Say aye.